He's better.
Did you already see where he bit the balls off the guy? No. He has his penis in his mouth.
That hasn't happened yet.
Until I open the show with this.
Started, John.
What? I'm sorry, we were talking about balls. Oh my god.
Yeah, you get distracted.
Like shark and
so do
water.
I, actually. I mean,
blood in the shark water. Yeah.
As straight as I am, man. You talk about cocksucking, I'm there.
Listen to me, I think I've gotten the vape.
Oh my, are you a classy Dave, Skyler?
We have a real leader! Yeah! It's your boys in IMJ, we shut it down, man. A comic book look, invading your town. Keep it comics, and let the beer flow. Be so global, since our premiere show. Riverdale Studios on fire, we don't know where to park. Technology and booze, it's like we're rolling out like Tony Stark. Skyler, Tom, and John, we the bestest. Swag so villainous, so please arrest us.
Welcome to a comic book look, everyone. It's your weekly comic book show. We talk about anything in the comic book industry. You want it, you got it. My name's John, aka John on Demand. So sexy, so backcountry today. Blah. Over here, I got my two co-hosts extraordinaire. Skyler recently got a promotion, so I'm going to introduce him first. Skyler is our cameraman, aka Mr. 1080. Makes us look so crisp, so digital. And then also we got Mr. Tom over here, aka there could be only one Tommy Dizzle.
Excalibur.
And basically, don't feel bad about them looking at that book because there's some incredible stuff that happened in there. We're pumped about the books that we're reading, you guys. 2014 Olympics, we're leading it with the torch.
Exactly. And you know, the thing about it, just settle quick dispute. The only reason that I had to, show Skyler this book was crazy. Because he didn't believe me that there was a cock and a mouth in it.
Because I was in the middle of reading through it, and then
but it wasn't
you
even
distracted
attached.
me
That's
to
the best
ask
part.
me.
People are thinking you're talking porn. We're talking combat.
Off cock.
We're talking combat.
He spoiled it for you guys.
Oral Mortal Kombat.
Burn the Orphanage, number 2. I talked about number 1. I'm going to jump right into that right away, guys. But anyway,
Get it.
You know, I mean, because when
103.
John, Sky, and Tom come through, we're jumping in quick now. 103.
103.
Okay.
All right.
Burn the Orphanage.
Okay.
Sina Grace. He's the guy who's writing it. It's fucking beyond good. This is like Burn the Orphanage is about a guy, Rock, who's basically like Ken from Street Fighter, and in the first whole issue, he gets big, gets revenge on his orphanage that he grew up on, kicks a guy's head off. That head off brings him to this book where he gets tricked into having sex with some sort of witch, who then transports him to a magical island, and then he joins like a tournament-style Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter fighting competition.
Nice.
So it's like Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. For Rock, it is Tuesday. And because this is only one issue, and it's all completed, and he just goes home at the end, and he fucking hooks up with his bitch. Even though he just screwed the demon chick just because he had to.
What was this about last episode? You were talking about us not being misogynistic.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, I think this is written by a gay guy, too.
Oh, that's cool.
His bitch.
I would assume so. I mean, by that picture, right, John? You get your gaydar going?
Nope.
Nope. Okay,
Those are two straight guys playing Patty Wagon.
Okay, so I get the sarcastic coming up. Yeah. Okay. And, but anyway, the book is fucking great. It has the Trad Moore covers, also awesome as well. That's the guy who did those Luther Strode books. But anyway, it's this crazy story. Everything is so absolutely ridiculous. I just turned it to a great page. This is a line. This has nothing pertaining to anything else to do with the book. He shows up on this island and it says, "After I flash-kicked man's head off, I found the gold belt buckle. That made me feel like I was wearing a trophy belt. But as time went on, it started to weigh on me. Like it was dead weight. Extra baggage. Belts are supposed to keep your pants up. Keep you moral. Keep you strong. Not make them fall." Over here. Yep. Fight time. What does that mean? Oh. Blah, blah, blah. And numbers that pay off. Actually says too, blah, blah. It's just a bunch of nonsense. And then he fights a guy. The guy, he shoves him into a lake full of piranhas. And then he says, like I said, belts are supposed to keep your pants up, keep you moral, keep you strong. Looks like Elsie forgot to pack the belt when she packed my bag.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, that is some real shit.
Sad story. He got
that is some.
smoke.
Who's the creator? Who's the gay creator?
Sina Grace.
So ridiculous.
And he did Little Depressed Boy, and
okay.
And then I also there was one other book that I really liked that he did too, but Burn the Orphanage. I mean, it's
an Escape from LA level dialogue.
It is. I mean, this shit is so unbelievable. It's like if John Carpenter got a hold of this movie script, I mean, it would be fucking off the chain.
Yeah.
There's actually a pile driver part where we were talking about he just chomps the guy's fucking bit off, and he has it in his mouth because he's like, look for an opening, rock. Oh, not the triple twist pile driver. Oh, there's the opening. Oh man, it is fucking awesome.
The thing is, like, before he's gotten him into the pile driver, it seems like the bulge is more pronounced for like 3 or 4 panels, and then as he grabs him into the pile driver, it's like the bulge is twice as big as it ever was in his face. So
it's best book. Yeah, 6 out of 6 beers, hands down. I mean, it's it's quite possibly it's this and the book that I'll be talking about next are definitely the top new books at Image right now. And I mean, it's a $4.99 book. It takes a while for them to come out. Has a shit ton of pages. The interior art is fast done. I mean, it's not extraordinary by any means, but it is so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. And I'm giving Sina Grace all this time, but Daniel Friedman and him are writing this together. So I assume that's the 2 dudes on the back. But
are they together?
I would assume so.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not like they explain it.
I
don't care because Do
you have their numbers?
Easy, Johnny boy. But I'll borrow you the book.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea.
But yeah, what do you got first, Sean?
Well, let's talk bulges then. Okay.
Let's talk it.
Let's talk bulges. So speaking of bulges, Bane and a Talon on the cover, that'd make for a sweet movie right there. But pause. Bane, you guys, is going after Gotham, right? So you got all these villains running amok, and Bane is just out there slapping bitches in the mouth, killing people. Heads fly in this book. And he's wearing the Batman cowl, giving the citizens of Gotham a false sense of hope. But he's like, come to the Bane Tower and get trained to be part of my army.
But when you see him on the cover, you know right away, this is not some stupid movie Batman Bane. No. This is a guy who's a Latino. He's a fucking huge badass.
Right.
He fucking,
And the Talons, dude. You don't mess with them.
No.
But check this out. Dr. Jonathan Crane, shout out to Brother John, released the other Talons. So Bane has 1. Scarecrow has like 6 on his side. Not good at all. So villains fighting villains. It's like an orgy of awesome. I'm all over it, of course. This is the DC Dark Reign that we've all been waiting for. DC finally has some balls in the DC universe. It's about time.
No shit. I mean, we better name the title of this episode just Balls.
DC Balls.
No, just Balls. I mean, we've talked about nothing but the fucking dude's packages since before the episode started.
We're coming off a Christmas episode, so why not talk about packages?
Exactly, man. I just fucking love a good dick.
I digress. What?
Huh?
Anyways. So anyways, you guys, this technically is Arkham War. Forever Evil Arkham War issue 4. I'll give it a 4 out of 6. It was fun.
Nice. And it's
just a villain-gasm. That's what it is. And for me, I was just like looking through the pages, like, who do I recognize? Who is that? Oh, that's why they killed him off, because he's a nobody, right?
So did they kill some fucking...
Oh, there's villains like Lightbulb. What?
Yeah. Just whoever's in Arkham, they're just taking names.
So they're just making people up, I'm sure. But ultimately, thank you, DC. Thank you. And it was a fun read. It was a great read.
DC. That's a fucking strong suggestion right there. Oh yeah, well, I'll jump right in.
Good.
Okay, I talked about the first episode, the first issue of Zero. New Image from comic.
New Image from comic.
New comic from Image, you mean?
This guy's always got my back. Alice Cott, I said that he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, I was definitely right. This one was a one-and-done story about a guy named Edward Zero, and he's some sort of secret crazy agent for not America's government, but just a world government of some sort, and you don't really know. But the best part, I mean, we've all kind of heard those stories before, actually, you know.
Kind of like mine.
Exactly. Born Identity, you know, John Runyon, you know, Luke Skywalker. I mean, everybody has these different kind of like paths that they need to get on. Yeah. And Edward Zero, the best part about this is that it's done in such a sweet way that these are all one and fucking done issues. That's anytime you could read all these out of order. There would make no difference which ones you read these in order at all. Maybe there will be some rhyme and reason down the road. You know, like that's going to put it in. Or I feel like there's going to be some sort of big reveal or twist about kind of what's going on. You're getting a lot of crazy stuff, but I just read this one today, number 4. It was absolutely amazing. Another one, a great part is they have a new artist in every single issue. So number 2 was Tradmore, like I talked about, Luther Strode. So he got to do a whole one, which is, I just love Luther Strode's art, so it was perfect. And then some other guys. This one, I think this guy might have done another one of Alice Cott's books, if I remember right. And then this one is Mateus Santalorco. I'm not sure, but it was definitely good. But each one is a one-and-done story. This is kind of like Edward Zero fighting like Asian crime bosses. This is Edward Zero tracking down a rogue agent that's taken over a whole section of Rio de Janeiro. This one is the first one that I already talked about, I guess. And then the second one is like the craziest fucking thing ever. And the best part about this is it says dedicated to Garth Ennis at the very end. This whole thing is about how he was trained as a boy from the day he was born. He's in a class with a bunch of other people, and they are going to be trained to do what he does in all these things. And he talks about most students all die. I mean, that's just how it is, because only the strongest of strong survive. And he does this thing where he gets stuck. I mean, first of all, the ending's really eerie, because you're like, this is somebody going to be somebody important, and all of a sudden they just start blurring shit out, like his mind is erased at this. And they blur over his faces, so it becomes really eerie at the end. But they do this thing where it's a complete throwback to Preacher. Preacher, during, right here, I don't know if you can see him, but Garth Ennis' seminal Vertigo run, it set up the classic 60-issue run from Vertigo. It's the, you know, a lot of people consider it the best. This is a throwback to it because Preacher was raised by hillbillies, and he'd get locked in a coffin and then thrown to the middle of a pond, and he'd just have to like fucking live there. And they do the exact same thing, and they just call it basic training, except he's like in straight ice. But nice. They like do a whole throwback to him, and then and when I was reading it, I was like, dude, this is just like fucking Preacher's crazy.
I'm totally gonna borrow this from you.
Yeah, way to like bring this in.
Awesome.
And then when I finished it and it said to Garth Ennis, I was like, dude, I just respect this creator so much for, you know, playing that out and then throwing it into this comic where if you didn't read that, you would have no idea, you know, because it plays in perfectly, it goes along with the story. Sure. But it's done really well. I mean,
is it coming out steadily on the monthly?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have been so far behind, but I assume so. I mean, at least pretty close.
That's pretty sweet. I love those covers, like just the diversity in that. That's cool.
And every issue is a different artist because they're one and done stories about this guy. I mean, every issue is another artist. I've been talking about one and dones forever. Jonah Hex was my thing forever. I love those because they're one and done and you know, planetary, and so nice to have a new one. And you can tell this is going to be a special book. I haven't heard a lot of buzz about it, which is, I hope I start. Because, yeah, Zero. It's fucking great.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Boom. There we go.
Yes, indeed.
How many more do you got?
No, that's it for me.
But okay. I got 2 more, but
well, you rock them out right away, and I'll just
give
this a quick, 6 out of 6 beers. Let's do 6 out of 6
Which
beers.
Is awesome. Yeah.
Totally.
I'm going to borrow those.
So you got them, man. They're yours.
All right, you guys. Black Widow #1 from Marvel. It's a fun look at Natasha. So it's kind of like, it took me back to when that issue #1 of Hawkeye first came out. Nice. The creative outlook, the artwork was actually pretty sweet. It was a lot of fun actually as a read. She's badass. She's like, I'm trying to just atone for my sins by taking these jobs, and the money goes to charity. She doesn't care about getting rich. There's commentary about how she's not helping the Avengers a lot right now. She's like, I don't care, I gotta do what I gotta do. This is a down-to-earth chick. This is 2014 woman right here.
Nice.
Right? So get down to business. Let's kick some ass. There's a lot of that in here.
Who's writing that?
It is.
Over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nathan Edmondson. Nice. Yeah.
And it's fun. It's just, it just reminds me a lot of that. It took me back to that first issue of Hawkeye, and I was so delighted with that, that I probably will be checking the series out for a minute just because I like it a lot. So
yeah, remember Mitch Gerard's right here, the guy, the activity that we met him and we got the sketches. Or I got the sketches at Con. That Nathan Edmondson was writing all these indie books too. And now he's fucking jumped to Marvel.
Yeah, dude.
They have these guys have a Punisher book coming out soon.
That's pretty sweet.
This book.
Well,
yeah,
if
that's
can,
sweet,
yeah,
man.
Punisher definitely deserves like a breath of fresh air.
And so hopefully he does the same thing that he's doing this.
To it. I'm curious about this line though, so I probably will be following it for a while because I thought that was cool. But the apple in my eye.
Oh, this is the big deal.
This is it.
This is huge, guys. I wish you would. You're dropping a bomb on me. I didn't even know you brought it or were bringing it.
First of all, presentation. You guys know how I feel about shiny covers.
Oh shit, dude.
But
John just fucking.
I had this cover
gasm. Boner and sweatpants.
Right, boner and sweatpants. But you guys, this book, and I will let you look at it. The artwork is so sick throughout this book, you guys.
Adam Kubert, the good Kubert.
This is a Wolverine book like none other. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Whether or not follow-up issues will hold a torch to it, we'll see. But the creative team on this just nailed it. It was very primal, is the word that came to mind for this book. It's very animalistic, but it was very powerful, and that's what I liked about it. Wolverine as a character deserves, kind of a dose of CPR because he gets overplayed a lot. This book, though, is a must-read for any Wolverine fan because it's just such a powerful rendition of those early years, getting into that primal nature, hanging out with a pack of wolves, a bear comes along, the artwork, oh my god, just towards the end, it's cool. The whole thing is, and it doesn't hold back. The book doesn't. There's blood everywhere. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Like, I felt proud of my purchase.
And this is only, it's only Wolverine and animals.
Right. There's no tights, there's no Sabretooth, although he's on the cover for the next one. But I just thought the presentation of this was awesome. Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I'd give that to Kieran Gillen because, when a writer gets a book and then knows that they have Adam Kubert and they're doing a Savage Wolverine book, nobody wants fucking dialogue,
especially when
you just give them a couple little bit to drive it in the right directions. But
that presentation was boss, dude, and I was like, okay. So I totally recommend this. I'm definitely going to give this a 6 out of 6. This is the highlight of my 2014 so far, but we definitely started. I think this first couple weeks in books has been very strong. Dude. So I think that the creative teams out there were kind of like, oh, let's kind of get our nuts in a group and let's get some stuff right. Yeah, but it was great. It was thoroughly great read. So definitely a 6 out of 6, and I recommend it for anyone to check it out, get it digitally, whatever. But that cover's pretty boss too. So.
Dude, yeah, that is super sweet. And I hope it does. I know the original Origins, it just kind of got wacky. Yeah. Had a bunch of stupid stuff in it, like Romulus guy, I think, and fucking Daniel Way kind of just wrote it all. And so I'm glad that they're just not dealing with that and going to a new Origin. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. But yeah,
I really feel like we're off to a great start this year. Okay. I'm excited for the movies coming up, of course, and maybe some more literature on Batman Superman hybrid movie coming up.
And Wonder Woman.
Yep, that too. Wonder Woman.
No, Wonder Woman's in the Batman Superman movie, for sure.
But you know what I thought was odd was that fan made thing that came out not recently, a month or two ago. Got so much flack. It was cool. I liked it.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was awesome.
There are people that are giving it flack, like, oh, pick better models. Fuck off.
Dude, whatever. They made that, and they didn't. Nobody paid for it. It was self-funded. That was cool as fuck.
I thought
Check
it was
that out, you guys. It's a short film done with Wonder Woman. I liked it. Yeah.
So I think that we're definitely
posed. Are always a lot of fun.
Yeah. Exactly. Definitely.
And this one's really well done.
So, anyways,
Yes, indeed. Shut us down, John.
Shut it down. You guys, as always, 2014, we are off to a great start. Issue 1 with Thrizzle. Blech! From Comic Book Lift to you guys, we hope that you're having a wonderful year. Stay warm if you're in a state that actually gets snow, if you know what that means. And as always, keep it comics for sure, man.